Listen, guys, this Russian dominatrix explained how to be dominant in a way that no other guy has ever explained. Now, she's talking to women and how to dominate a man, but I know if you guys just take some of the lines that she says, holy shit. So with that being said, let's get to the video. Your mind is gonna be blown. I think she's one of the best at teaching that. Let's start with the video. All right, people. So we're gonna talk about the psychological domination, the art of manipulation. And this one is about how to control someone's mind. I'm not saying it, she's saying it. And she's a dominatrix, so let's see what she has to say. And if it's applicable, I made posters on the guy's channel.
So much care. He feels appreciated. He feels cherished, like the most precious thing for you. Mommy is going to take care of this little boy. Yes, of course. He is so important. And he gets a lot of it from you. It's not necessarily positive. Maybe you can express your affection in a different way, but then you take it away. You withdraw your attention. You know how to make someone appreciate what they actually have? Is to take it away from them.
Yep.
You can use this technique unattached to anything, to any patterns.
Yeah.
Just as a mind game, just for your own fun and pleasure. Because when you withdraw your attention, what's going to happen? He will crave it.
Yeah, and they suffer, right? And people lose their willpower when you take away. It's like a child. If you stop showing affection to that creepy kid, he's gonna go crazy. He's gonna act out to get your attention, and your partner will start to act out in a sexual way, not cheating on you, but in a way to get your attention, dressing provocatively, being more submissive, all that type of stuff.
And as I like to say, if you don't crave it, if you don't beg for it, you don't really want it. So it will intensify the desire.
If you don't beg, you don't want it. That's some gaslighting, Miss Dominatrix. That's a bit of gaslighting, but I get what you mean.
Obsession and obedience. But if you want to make it even more beneficial for you, you can tie it to the Pavlovian technique. You can reward only the good behavior with your attention, and when his behavior is less than good, so it's either bad behavior or lack of good behavior, you can ignore him. Yeah, we can talk about silence treatment here, because silence is the biggest punishment for a sub. Lack of any attention, even negative attention, because negative attention is basically given pleasure.
Yeah.
If you spank him or if you start scolding him, you...
Where am I? What part of the internet am I on right now?
Reward him, in fact. But silence is the actual punishment.
Yeah.
And since we're talking only about consenting adults, yeah, who have clear communication and they had a prior conversation about wants and needs, he's supposed to know what you want. But actually, if he tries to guess, it's also not that bad. And since we started talking about the Pavlovian technique, yeah, it's not only about rewarding the good behavior, it's also about creating the triggers. When he understands that something good is going to happen. For example, you...
And that's how you control a kid, right? If you do this, I'll give you this. And that, when you do that to a child, you control that child because you're dangling the reward. Kids are not good at controlling themselves when there's a reward, right? So you make them, you heighten up the anxiety. I want it, but you put some restraints. And so that creates a tension that when you give them what they want, it releases a crazy amount of pleasure. That's why they say it, you know, if you get a cookie because you work for it, it's more pleasurable than if you just give them a cookie, right? Why? Because it's the anticipation. When you're working and you're thinking of the reward, it raises up the tension, and that releases more dopamine, right? So but that requires self-control on your part. That's the issue here, is that I know she mentions it, but it comes down to you controlling your urges, because you also want it, but you have to be their parent. You have to be their frontal cortex.
Take off your shoes, and he knows that it's a sign that he's gonna suck on your toes. For example, when you lean back in your chair and you measure him, look at him up and down, he knows that you are getting into your dom space. And he is about to get dominated.
Okay, this applies to women too, because I can yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can easily see, I'm gonna upload to the guy's channel. You can easily see how a guy can do this, right? Follow out, you fucking pervert. No, but yo, God, thank God his woman was born a woman, because holy shit.
and you are about to have fun, so he expects it. So these little things, when he can read your behavior. Another technique is actually the opposite of that.
That's so true. That's so true. And this is why I tell you guys, communicating without words. That is so fucking true. Like, expect like that part of like saying like, okay, suck that toe without saying words, right? And you see that with mobsters where they were like, and the guy fucking knows he does like 20 steps. Like, I'm like, how do you know that he said go upstairs, get the candle, flip it open, do a spin of ruining, and bring it to me? Like, it's like, but that's power. Like, even Caesar Milan does it with his dogs, right? Right? Rather, you communicate without words. That what she's saying right there is applies to everyone. Like, it applies to everything, actually. I did not expect this video to be this good.
Is when you are unpredictable, especially when it comes to reward. Maybe he's so used to you showing some signs that would mean that you are about to spank him or to ask him to do something. And once in a while, just take it away from him. Take away this confidence. Take away all these expectations. Don't let him know your next move. I personally love doing something a man does not expect, such as, it partially refers to tease and denial, but it's not just that. That's the element of surprise. That's the element of shock. For example, you tie him up, yeah, you blindfold him, you start touching him, and he thinks that he is about to get something nice right now, and then you just leave the room, and he doesn't know when you're going to come back. That's the fun part.
That's crazy, right? Let's speed up that one, but that's insane. You could the unpredictable. That's so true, because the pleasure happens when you don't expect it. Like, the most pleasurable things in life happens when you don't expect it. So scrambling that pattern, creating a situation where they expect it and not giving it, scrambles it, and it allows for more dopamine to be released in the next time. That is so true. Yo, I gotta buy a book on this, not to practice it because this is not my thing, but it's like it makes so much sense.
But why would someone want to be degraded and manipulated? Well, they want their mind to be possessed by someone else. They don't want to be in control. They want to let it go of control. And that's also a form of masochism. But through pain, you can reach catharsis and enlightenment. And the last one for dessert is my favorite, gaslight. What are you talking about? It never happened. I never saw that you were the most pathetic person in the world. It always maybe in your dream. I don't know. Gaslighting is a serious form of psychological abuse. But since we are talking about psychological domination, the sub knows that you're just playing with him.
Okay.
That's the main difference from actual abuse, right? You're not trying to drive him crazy, only at the moment, only within the frames, the time frames.
That is such a beautiful way of putting it, because you can sort of see how what she's saying, it's almost like there's a ring, right? And almost like you don't fight outside of the ring. You only fight in the ring. It's almost like in therapy, right? If there's couples therapy, you only talk about what you got about this in the therapy. When you're done with the therapy, you don't talk about it, right? That really creates a psychological barrier to prevent abuse. That is so, because it's a game, right? And the playfulness is what makes it even better. I agree with her.
You don't do it on a daily basis. I'm not teaching you how to be like pure evil. I'm talking about games.
Yep.
Jump around the sub, satisfying his needs and trying to fulfill his every desire. Okay, let's do this, let's try this. No. Mm-hmm. You started with one thing, and you see, well, maybe he's, I'm not saying not into that, yeah, and not even hesitant. It's just sometimes men don't express themselves explicitly. So in this case, you can say, well, I don't think that you actually want it. Show me how much you want it. Show me how much you want to please me.
That woman is saying so many things that are so true. It's blowing my mind right now. Because I think I'm like, okay, she's going to say some bullshit right there. And then I'm like, yeah, totally. Show me, motherfucker. Oh my God, Father Alex is abusive. No, that's crazy, man. That's so true. Like, show me you want it. Right? And like, let me tell you something, man. We got to look at her dirty talk videos. Because I think she's a way better dominant than most guys. Like, she scares me, right? But she knows what. I gotta give her a hand of applause, people. Let's give this lady a hand of applause. I rarely give hands of applauses on the channel, but she is wow. Did she change her channel name? That I mean, bro, I'm just shocked by the things she says is so true, man. What submission to a woman does to she gotta change it up to man. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I watch a lot of dog stuff. That's crazy stuff, man. That's crazy stuff, man. I'm impressed, man. Go check her out. Her name is Ala. Let me see. Does she have courses? She doesn't have courses. How she doesn't have courses? You pay me, of course you got that right. Like pay me, bitch, right? Wow. This is really deep, and yeah, let's yeah, people. Support her channel. Check her out. Yeah, that's I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm a little shocked because what she says I never heard just how to encourage submission from people like this. It's truly beautiful, man.
All right, guys, we're going to have a brief intermission so that I could tell you guys about our new bundle that we're doing where you guys can purchase all of my courses and get it at a discount. So this bundle is pretty much the bundle where you could just buy all of my courses. You could buy Nice Guy, which is a training course on how to come across more assertive, how to come across more confident, how to not give off nice guy vibes. You guys can get access to Dark Game, which is my folk dating course on how to meet women in different scenarios, how to attract women, how to make sure you don't come across as creepy, and essentially how to act like a man and not act like a doofus, to be quite honest with you. And you get all of these bonuses, which is the bonuses of Dark Game, the bonuses of Practical Mastery, which is about how to master a skill, Social Mastery, which is how to master your social life, and the Laws of Human Nature, which is a book club videos that I had dissecting Robert Greene's book. All of this is naturally at around naturally is at $346, but you guys can purchase this bundle and get it at what's the price again? Get it at $238 pretty much. So you guys can purchase it right now. It's a money back 30-day money back guarantee. It's a good way to, rather than just buying them individually and paying extra, you guys can just purchase everything at a discount price. Now, the only thing I don't like is the fact that I'm giving you a lot of information at the same time. That makes me kind of scared because a lot of times people don't do the things that I teach when you get too much information. But I've gotten too many requests to do this, so I'm just satisfying you guys. Purchase it right now by clicking on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. All right, let's continue with the video.